Hello, everyone, and welcome to Unapologetically Significant. We're back again.
We are back.
Your hosts, Rich, and
Shelly Marie.
here we are again with another exciting episode of Provoking Thought.
They make you go,
Never quite thought about it that way.
Mm-hmm. It's all about perspective and perspection.
Ooh. So what are we going to be perspective about today?
We are going to be perspective about calling a spade. Like,
Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh.
And
We're
when
talking about playing the game spades?
I know, that's one of my favorites.
What are we talking about here?
I'm really referring to like getting a life outside of work.
For life outside of work.
Yeah, I know.
Started tremor right away.
It's a thing, people, ladies and gentlemen. It's a thing.
Wow. That's a big topic, but we're going to dive into this thing. We're going to dissect it every way but up. And hopefully you will gain a little more insight, because this is the real deal. I mean, this is not made up stuff. This is not in the children's section. Getting a life is very important.
Yeah. It can't just be, go to school, get a job, a good job, blue collar job, an honest job, all those things,
Right.
And, it can't just end there.
No. I talk to so many people that they just kind of, either they're frustrated with what they're doing, they're fed up with what they're doing, they don't like what they're doing, but they keep doing what they're doing.
Or all the above.
And I like to look at it from the point of view that, what is it that you want to do? And most people answer, I don't know. I go to work and I do what I do and I come home and then it's my time. So you're at work 8 hours a day. You got some traveling back and forth, or maybe it's 9, 10 hours. You got to sleep 8 hours. You got to eat. That don't leave a whole lot of time for you.
No, it leaves time for Netflix and chill. It leaves time for occasional happy hour. It leaves time for, maybe if you have kids, you got some sporting event that you have to go to. Otherwise, you're going to put on the naughty list on the parents' list. Yeah. That's it. Now it's time to go do it again.
Yep. Again and again. Living for the weekend. So, when it's, when you get older and you get into your latter years, do you want to be the person who has lived just for the weekend?
Oh my goodness.
Now the weekends come. If you got kids, you got sporting events.
It's done.
You ain't got.
You got your other job. Yeah. Your other job.
Right. And house cleaning, laundry, all that other stuff has to fit into that. So you're living for the weekend. What about the other 5 days? Yeah. You just chalk them up. We're not going to deal with them. It is what it is.
I mean, why can't every day be the weekend? That's my goal. I love Downton Abbey. Me and my sister binge watch it as often as we can. I've seen the series maybe like 19 times. Anyways, the grandmother at some point comes in and they're having a talk at dinner. And this gentleman that has a regular job comes in and says, well, I can just, they were like, when are you going to find time to do all this stuff that you say you're going to do? He's like, well, I'll just do it on the weekend. And the grandmother says, a weekend? What's a weekend? I want to be her. I want to not know the difference between Monday and Saturday. They should all be the same. I should be living in my purpose every day, not just on the weekends when I could squeeze it in between volleyball practice and vacuuming.
Yeah, exactly. And you look at so many people that on Monday morning, oh, Lord, I got to start another week of work.
Hey, let's be real. It starts Sunday night. Hey, when you're like, what am I going to wear?
It's about 6:37. It starts on Sunday night.
Give or take.
I got to get up, what I'm going to wear, traffic, what's the weather gonna be like?
Mhm.
And we go down this spiral and we get up, we're half asleep because we're not motivated to
At
get
all.
up and get going. Try and wake yourself up in the shower. That only half works. You get dressed, then you head out. You look down at the gas tank. You need gas. You got to stop. I got to be to work on time.
Mhm.
Whew, just saying this, I'm starting to get tired.
Yeah, my anxiety started to kick in. I'm just like, "Oh, is somebody am I," and we both are coming from a leadership role. So it was like, am I gonna have to write up somebody? That's the stuff that I had to go through on my Sunday night morning, like, I hope this person gets to work on time because
Yeah,
otherwise.
yeah,
But
yeah,
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 same thing, same.
yeah,
What am I gonna eat when I'm there? Nah, I'm just gonna grab something from that nasty cafe that I got food poisoning from 3 weeks ago
yeah,
and take
yeah,
my
yeah,
chances.
yeah. And the thing is, there is a better way.
Mm-hmm.
There is a better way. And that starts with you've got to find it has to be a priority. You got to make this a priority. Are you going to continue to be sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you going to continue to live for the weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to continue putting yourself through this unhealthy
Mm-hmm.
process? And then you wonder why I get sick all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you get sick all the time because there's nothing you're shooting for.
Yeah.
All you're shooting for is doing the same old thing.
And
So
making
guess
it to the
what?
weekend.
Yeah. And guess what? You're going to get what you shoot for. So you're going to get the same old thing happening over and over and over again. And you might as well be a rat on one of those little,
Wheels.
yeah, those wheels that they just go round and round. Because that's all you're doing with life. And there's so much more to it, though. But you have to, number one, draw that line in the sand.
Mhm.
You just got to draw it. Or you can keep doing it the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And is that what you really want?
And I'm gonna say, no, that is not what you want. That's not what
No,
we want for you.
no,
That's not what we want for
no,
ourselves, for
no,
children, for
no.
anybody. This is just, it's not gonna make a healthy, on the bigger scheme of things, a community when you are miserable.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not, or you just,
yeah,
you
yeah.
just living, you just making it to the weekend and you're gonna redo it again. But then it comes the bigger question is like, what do I want? What do I
Right,
want to do?
right, exactly. And you really have got to dig deep because it's there every single day. It's there what you're good at, but you're not even looking for it because you're looking at how to survive.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out, I gotta make this, I gotta make my mortgage payment, I gotta make
Yeah,
this car payment,
yep, yep.
I gotta get my hair done, you're thinking about like those smaller goals
Mm-hmm.
instead of the bigger,
Yeah, yeah.
the bigger picture. It's
The
not even
bigger,
a goal, it's the bigger picture.
yeah, the bigger picture. So then you start thinking about, okay, well, a vacation. Maybe I'll go to Vegas.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Okay, so you want to go to Vegas. Now, why did you pick Vegas?
Because they have gambling and they have free drinks when you gamble. Let's just be honest.
There you go. And the food and the shows, that's an afterthought.
Hmm.
No, because if I get that money, that's going to take away all my issues and I'll be
Yes.
fine.
Just rolling the
Smooth
dice.
sailing. That's it. That's it. And so we trick ourselves into that. And we go there and we lose a whole bunch of money. We may see a show or two. We come back and we're in the same rat race
Hmm.
wheel that we're running around before we left.
Mhm. It's a mask. It's a ruse. Okay.
Hmm.
Spoiler alert. It's a trick to get you off your game. And your game is figuring out what your purpose is.
Right.
Your game is figuring out what truly is going to make you happy. And everybody's happy looks the same. Like, I'm going to just go ahead and say, we are not saying go ahead and quit your job. I might say that. He wouldn't. I'm like, quit, jump. You have to, at some point, graduate from the situation you're
Mm,
in
good
and
word.
decide that you want better or not it or different. Like,
Mm,
what if it's better? What if it can get better
right,
than what you're in right now?
right, right. And it can be. It can be. And you've got to you got to be real with yourself.
Whoop.
Go.
What?
Be real with yourself. Do you like what you're doing? No.
No.
Do you like going through? this back and forth nonsense where you're trying to convince yourself that you're happy.
Mhm, mhm.
Do you want
Negative.
that? Do you want that? Do you wanna have a good circle of friends that'll support you and not dance around, "Well, this one likes me this week, this one likes me
Oh,
next week,"
yeah.
and,
I got this friend for when I wanna do this activity,
yeah,
and that's okay. You wanna have,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
a very diverse circle of
right,
folks. So,
right,
not everybody can come to the cookout.
right, right. But don't set yourself up in a situation where you're stressed about it.
Mhm.
You know, phone rings, you see that number. Oh, geez, I want You have really got to focus in on doing the things that you enjoy and be truthful.
About that.
Yeah,
Stop
totally.
lying.
Hardcore, hardcore. You know, you really don't like to do that, but you're doing it and you're going to convince yourself because I'm out, because I'm doing it,
Mhm,
I'm having a good time.
mhm,
I'm eating at all these restaurants, even though I'm putting on weight and I don't
mhm,
exercise and I don't do this. Well, that food is making me happy, and I'm getting out. I'm doing things. I'm doing
mhm.
what I like.
Ooh, child.
Now, what you like, is it killing you at the same time?
Yeah. Yeah, what's the point of that?
Be honest with yourself.
Mhm,
Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. All these wants
mhm,
that you want to do. What do you need to do?
mhm.
You need to get a life.
Ooh, he
That's
said
what
it.
you need. You need to get a life.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
You need to get a life. And see, my throat done went dry
Yeah.
just saying it.
So what I'm gonna say is say two things. Two things can be true. You can be at your job and you can like it, you can enjoy it, you can hate it. Whatever. You can still find your purpose or find your happy while in that get the tambourines out. While in that position, in that state, in that job, right? That job will may lead you, it's going to leave breadcrumb trail
Hmm.
to where you really, really should be. But you got to look for it. You can't be like, oh, I'm not eating no bread today, so I'm not going to follow. It's the yellow brick road,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
This is the
it
Wizard of
is.
Oz.
Yep,
You got to follow the yellow brick road to get to Oz. You
you
have
do.
to.
You do.
And then the surprising thing is, you're going to find out that Oz looks a lot like you.
Hmm. Hmm.
I was a little too deep for them, but
Yeah, 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 yeah,
we'll say
yeah,
that. I take
yeah,
it back.
yeah.
I digress. I'll let you take it away now.
But yeah, you have got to. How did I survive? Let's bring it home here. How did I survive 30 some years of corporate America with some of the best companies in this country?
Mhm.
Hardcore corporate America. It's
Uh,
because I had two people I was existing
mhm,
from. I was the corporate person, get my job done, it pays the bills, it does all this other stuff, blah, 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 blah. I did all that. But I did not let that define me.
mm,
Don't define me as a chemical engineer. No,
yeah.
that's just a small piece of what I am. I'm a whole lot more than that. And so for me, my interest was always in other things I wanted to do. I wanted to learn more about medicine, more about health, all that stuff. So I devoted my time and energy into thinking about that,
Mhm.
not just the job. When I left the job,
Done.
done. Door locked, shackled,
Mhm.
can't get back in until tomorrow. But the rest of the time was mine. Go to school. What's wrong with going to school? I'm too old. It costs too much money. Don't get me
Stop.
going on that money
Stop
thing.
it this instant. And then you don't have to roll in a degree program. Take a class.
Yeah,
Take one class.
yeah, one
Take it
class.
online.
That's it. That's it. That's all you got to do. But we're masters of excuses.
We got
So
some good
I
ones.
don't have the money. But ooh, there's a concert coming up.
And I'm not sitting in the back.
No, no, no. I'll come up with that money,
Hmm.
but I won't come up with that money to get my life right.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I'm just going to throw it out there. I believe, and I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. Okay. So, but I'm just going to say, based on my perspective, it's a self-worth thing.
Hmm.
Somewhere down the line, we devalued ourselves enough to say we're not worthy of taking this one class, or we're not worthy of going to work out, or we're not worthy of any of the things that you say you want.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
say you want it, but it's, you know what? It reminds me of one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, my husband. He says all the time when things are going left in a negative way, he said, "Oh, just pray about it." And I love that. I'm like, you know
Mhm.
what? You're right. Let me just go ahead, ask J-Dub to hook me up and tell him what I said. It takes more than that. Rich used to just
Mhm.
tell me all the time when I used to come into your office crying about something, God don't move parked cars. You have to do the work. You cannot complain about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do.
Ooh, say that again. Say that
You
again.
cannot
Ooh.
get mad, or disappointed, or sad, and get your little feelings hurt because you didn't get the results from the work you did not do.
Mhm.
I can't do the workout for you. I can
Mhm.
meal prep. I can help you. You got to pay me, but I can help you. So far, feed. But seriously, you have to do the work, and you have to care about yourself enough to say, you know what? I'm just going to make this one little step. This
Mhm.
one, it doesn't have to be an act of grand. You don't have to put a PSA
We
announcement
just
on
talked
social
about
media.
that last
We
week.
did, and here
A
we
to
are.
B.
And look, here we are again. Here we are again, because you have to hear it so many times before you start to believe and that you have those silver slippers on and you
Yeah.
can click 3
Yeah.
times and go home. It's you. You are the magician in this act.
Yeah. 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 And if you're tired of working for someone, work for yourself.
And then you might find out, like, damn, I don't really like her like that. Like, or you have a new perspective, like, oh, my manager wasn't really, a butthole. They were actually holding me accountable
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
what they
Yeah.
knew I could do. Now you hold yourself accountable. You
Yep.
don't like it, you got to change.
You do.
You don't like the song on the radio, change it.
That's it. And you've got to stop mastering in excuses.
Mm,
Well, how am I put a business together?
got a whole bunch of PhDs out there.
What am I going to do? Where am I going to get the money from?
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, you got to think differently. You got to start with what is it I want to do,
Yeah.
and start looking, start searching. What's wrong with starting a business?
Mhm.
Well, businesses fail.
Yeah. They do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
Okay.
I see an awful lot of them open though.
Yeah. A lot of them.
So, are you in the failure? You already set yourself up to fail?
Right.
Or are you going to be one of the other ones that say, hey, I'm bringing my uniqueness. Nobody has what I have.
Yeah.
I'm bringing that to the table and it will be successful. And you call it in and you keep calling it in and you think about that at work so that, when you have those periods of time during the day, that's what you're thinking about. Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm starting that. I got to do this. I got
Mhm.
to contact this person. I got to get a license. And you will be shocked how your day goes.
Right.
Because you're not focused on this mundane thing that you do every single day that you don't like. Now you'd be motivated. Like, ooh, I got to get there. I got to get more efficient
Mhm.
at this.
Yeah.
I need more time to think about what the real deal is.
Mhm. And you know what? Not everybody is supposed to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody is
Nope.
supposed to be
Nope.
opening their own business. You might be somewhere else in your department, in your business, or at a whole nother company once you identify what it is that you truly are interested in.
Mm-hmm.
And that may lead to something else, and that may lead to something else. But you have to be okay with pivoting. There's no one's ever, not never, but a lot of folks aren't raised in the same house that their grandparents were in. Like
Mm-hmm.
that, those days
Mm-hmm.
are gone.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You have to like really have the confidence to be like, you know what, I'm gonna step out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna step
Yeah.
out on faith.
Yep.
I'm gonna step out on I like to cook, so I'm gonna see what I can do. And if you are in a corporate environment or whatever job you have right now, use it as a benchmark.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn a lot from people doing really, really terrible things.
Mm-hmm.
And you can learn a lot from people doing great things and somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And you have to figure out, like, okay, how can I mirror this or mimic this? Or how can I manipulate this for my unique product or my
Mm-hmm.
unique
Mm-hmm.
service or whatever it is? But you
Right.
have to start somewhere and use what you have. Like, we're so quick to be like, oh, this person's not helpful. They irritate me. They get on my nerves. This job is dumb. All these negative, 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 negative. Just stop. There has to be like, what if it's not? What
Yeah.
if the universe, divine energy, spirit, Holy Ghost, Mary,
Yeah.
Joseph,
Yeah.
all of them put you in this position to learn from?
Yeah. Exactly.
You are
Are you really that good that you know that all these things are not going to work and they're not good for you?
right.
You that damn good.
I mean, why is it the first thing that we say too? Is like we come up with excuses of
Mhm.
why. That might be a whole nother segment of why we immediately go to the defense. Like,
Mhm.
no, 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 that's not gonna work. Oh no, no, no. Someone to try to do it.
Yeah.
We are why is that we do that?
That's a learned behavior, and I
Hmm.
think, it starts very early on because all the corrections that a child gets, "Oh, don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that." And all they're hearing is all this negative stuff. And I think as they grow up and develop it, that is rooted in there. So someone could say, "Oh, I'm gonna win the lottery." And you thinking, "Oh, no, they not. Are you
Hmm.
crazy? The chances of winning the lottery and, you
Hmm.
do this and that, you know what your family's like, and
Yeah.
what business is it of yours?
Yeah.
Why can't you just say, 'I hope you do?'
Yeah.
And you can do all the things and help people and do all the great things that you always wanted to do. Why can't you say that? Instead of first we go to, no, 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 you know. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's ridiculous. I didn't win, so you're not going to win.
Hmm.
And yet, oh, I'm a people person. Oh, I love people. Now I'm jacked up as can be, but I love people.
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't work like that.
Sorry.
It just don't work like that. You know, with all of the volunteer opportunities out there,
Yep.
tons of them, countless. Find something you want to do.
And we're talking about everything from dealing with kids, dealing with battered women,
Hmm.
dealing with mentally challenged. We have Special Olympics,
Yeah,
we have
yeah,
pets.
yeah.
There is no segment that's untouched for
Hmm.
volunteerism.
Right, right. And you get out there and you start volunteering in something that you like. It may spawn you off into something else you never even thought about that you like, but you're going to be feeling good. You're going to be feeling much more. You will
Useful,
appreciate
helpful.
yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of that stuff. And who knows with all the contacts that you can possibly make, change some lives. Oh, I love people and I like to change lives. Well, get out there and do it.
Yeah.
If you can't do it where you're at right now, volunteer, get out there and start doing it.
Ooh, I love that. I
And
love that.
and with all the help that's needed in this crazy world, there's no lack of opportunity.
Hmm.
And you never know where it takes you. Maybe from that, you'll want to start your own nonprofit,
Hmm. Hmm.
a cause, something you really believe in. So there's just so many things. Um, you know, because if you don't, okay, let's just look at the other side of this. If you don't, the years are going to go by.
Yep.
You're going to start regretting things.
These are the days of our lives.
You're going to start picking up bad habits.
Yeah.
You're going to start doing things that you never thought you would do, but they're going to
Hmm.
be so gradual you get into them.
Hmm.
And I'll point out the case of my father. Nice guy, quiet guy, homebody guy, always was at home, could count on him, all this good stuff. Great provider, was just doing fabulous, just a great dad. And I remember asking him a couple of times, "Dad, what else are you going to do?" He was a machinist, so he'd go to work every day and he'd make these ball bearings. And I'm thinking, man, I'd be done with that. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, a short period of time. But it's his deal, it's his life. I'm not living his life. And he was like, well, I go to work and I come home. I go, but Dad, there's more to that.
Yeah, that's it.
I go, why don't we move somewhere or get a change of scenery? What? Move? I've been in this house and rah, 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 I want to stay here and rah, rah, rah. I'm like, okay, all right, that's a dead subject. But I brought it up a couple more times. And he just there was no dream. There was nothing else. His dream was to get that gold watch when he retired. I'm like, a freaking
Aw.
gold watch? That probably ain't real gold.
Right. It's gold plated. Aw.
What's that? You already know how to tell time. You got watches. What do you need another watch? But okay, that's your thing. But what happened to him was because there was no dream out there, no thing to go for, and he's just kept doing the same old thing over and over and over again. Pretty soon the bottle got introduced.
Mm,
And
the devil's in that.
that's it. And he started drinking. And it was occasionally at first,
Oh.
and then it picked up and ended up in him being a full-blown alcoholic. Now he was, one of those functioning
Mhm.
functioning
Yeah.
alcoholics, so he could go to work, he could hold the job. We never knew whether he would come home or get in a wreck and be dead. I mean, we never knew, because usually by the time he got home, he was flat out drunk.
Mhm.
So we had to deal with all that kinda stuff, but no dream, no ambition to do anything different. And the idle mind, you hear it
It's
all
a
the
devil's
time.
workshop.
That's it. No telling where that thing will go and what it'll get into. And it was sad seeing that, because the alcohol, not only did it impair his judgment and everything else, but his health started going downhill. And the
Mhm.
doctor told him, if you don't stop drinking, you're going to end up with liver issues, or God forbid, something even more serious than that. He ended up with pancreatic cancer.
Oh, no.
And the last day I saw him, this guy was 52 years old. The last day I saw him, he was down to 60 pounds,
Mm.
eaten away by
Mm.
cancer.
Wow.
So, the habits that you can get into and develop, and I'm not saying all of y'all gonna
Right.
turn into alcoholics. I'm not saying that. But people do other things
Mhm.
that are, shall we say, are not the most upstanding things in the world.
Yeah.
And you're at the mercy of the world then.
Mhm.
So why don't you drive the bus? Stop getting on the bus, getting in the damn back of the bus and letting the driver take you wherever. You need to be driving your own bus.
Yeah. And it's almost like you wanna say, "Oh, I'm ready for an adventure. I'm just gonna get on the back of the bus and go wherever it takes me." No, that's not it. This is just pure.
Don't you watch Netflix, you know
Yeah,
what
you
happened.
know what happens at the end of the movie. Somebody ain't gonna make it, okay? It's probably the brown person. And somebody is not gonna make it to the end of the moral of the story is at some point you have to be okay with driving, be the driver of your destination instead of just
Mhm,
getting on the bus. We're human, right? We did what our parents told us to do. Most of us, we went to graduated high school, went to college, probably found a mate that our parents we got married, had kids, da 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 da. Da. We followed the rules, okay? We did all the things, and somewhere we lost ourselves. That's why you hear about the midlife crisis. I
mm.
swear I reinvent myself every decade, every 10 years, because I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago.
Right,
And
right.
I'm okay with that. And I don't care what none of y'all say. Like, oh, she was doing this last week and she was doing this last year. And I thought she was doing this. But guess what? I am following the ordained breadcrumbs so I
Mhm.
can just go ahead and live my best life
That's
every
it,
day. So
that's
every
it.
day is a weekend. Just recently, I fired my job. I gave him the deuces, and I'm at that point was I was ready for a change and ready to make a difference and a different impact. Was I really good at what I did? Abso-freaking-lutely. I have
Mhm,
people that I manage all the time reach out to me or customers reach out. Okay, that's great. Two things can be true. I can be great at that, but
mhm.
it wasn't fulfilling my spirit. It wasn't
Right.
it wasn't it wasn't making me feel connected to who I was. I was losing myself in 60-hour work weeks and finding pride in doing these little mundane things that um at the end of the day didn't make any difference in my world because guess
Mhm.
what? The day I quit, they found another Shelley to do what I was doing. I thought I was so
In
special
a
and
heartbeat.
oh, and I mean,
The click of the
yes, yes,
yeah.
she didn't have quite the same sense of humor that I have, but as far as checking the boxes and getting the job done, she could do.
Mhm, mhm,
So why am I putting myself in a position thinking that I'm this glorious person that only I can push this report or only I
mhm.
can engage with the customers? I can do that for my damn self in
Yeah.
my own business. And that's what I woke up one day and realized like, you know what? I'm going to take a chance. Maybe my business, cross fingers, will not fail. But what if it does? Guess what? On to the next one.
That's right.
On to
One
the
door closes, one door
another opens.
opens.
What I will not do ever, ever, ever again is get on the back of that dang bus and let that bus driver that can't see out of one eye and his driver's license expired,
Got a bootleg license.
got a bootleg license, drive me across the country. And guess what? my kids are a byproduct of what I'm doing and who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to mimic some of my behavior, just like I'm mimicking some of my parents and so on and so forth. And I want more from my children and my
Right.
grandchildren's and my greats. I want more for them than what I'm doing right now. And I think I'm doing a lot.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy.
You got to break those generational chains, the ones that are no good. You've got to break them. Somebody's going to break them. Otherwise, they're just going to continue on.
Yep.
And is that what you want generations to come to be, dealing with the same things that the generations before you dealt with?
Mm-hmm.
No, you got to break the chain. With my dad and his uncles or his brothers, my uncles, I drew the line in the sand. I am not being like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can either be motivated or demotivated. You take your choice.
Yeah.
But when I saw that, I go, that's not for me. But I could have easily, well, that's what happens in life and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bullshit. It's time to have a good life, have good people in your life, do the things that really inspire you, make you happy, you get rewarded for it. And waking up, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
every day's a weekend.
Yeah, every day.
Every day. Instead of this, I'm living well, I'm hanging on. Oh my God, I'll get there. I'll make it out. Oh, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. What a way to live.
Yeah.
Don't live like that.
It's not where life is what you make it. We have a lot of cliche statements, but now the older I get, the more I'm like, oh dang, they were right.
Yep. Yep.
They're right.
Yep.
You see older people now just saying what they want, doing what they want. You're like, dang, they're just doing it because they're old. No, they're smart. Okay. They are well seasoned and they know better and they don't give a rat's behind on what you think of what her wig looked like or what you think that they traded in their Mercedes and got a Honda. They don't care anymore. They don't care. And it's time for us, all of us, y'all included, to move past that and make that effort. Like we have to just do better. We have to invest enough in ourselves. And that's going to be the walk away for this week's podcast. It's just 7 things. One day, one thing. And you're going to do one thing. It could be, I'm going to look into a school. I didn't say sign up for school. Just look. Okay. Go for a walk. I didn't say get a gym membership. I just said go for a walk in your neighborhood. Go meet somebody new. Take a different route. You have to start somewhere. So every day for the next 7 days, do one thing different. I don't care how small or how big it is.
Don't pick. I'm going to be healthy and go to the store and spend $300 on stuff and come home and throw all the stuff you had out.
Yeah,
no, that's not the way to do it. Pick one thing.
Just one.
Or call her with kitchen coaching.
Yeah. Bye.
And she'll help you out.
Yeah.
But yeah, good work. 7 things.
7 things.
And we're not done with this, by the way.
Oh no.
This is going to continue. And please, by all means, do not get the impression that, that we got it all together. Because I know there's a couple people out there. Them folks, they think that. We've been through and still going through the school of hard knocks, blood, sweat, and tears. But we're driven to be better because we've made that decision to be better, no matter what it takes. Yep. And we're not going to give up.
And we're not giving up on you either.
Nope.
We are here for you. So
why do you think we started this whole thing? It was because of you.
What it was, really, we got tired of y'all texting us directly, and we said, let's just talk to them all at one time.
That is true.
Got a lot of text messages and signal messages and phone calls. Like, just kidding, kind of. But yeah, so we're here for you. Please, thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram and all the other social medias. And we will have this chat later because we're going to deep dive. I think this is kind of segueing into what we do in our idle time. And we're going to touch on that. And whatever else you guys want to hear about, please let us know. Drop us a DM and we will do it.
True. And you are significant. Peace out.
Bye.
See ya.